Everybody wanna tell me what the fuck is going on in the world today, when they're dropping bombs on schools where kids play, all in the name of peace. Unleashed on the people in the world overseas, hit them when they're down, when they're weak on their knees. Doesn't matter how, from the west to the east, everybody's gone wild like World War III. Look out for the NATO bombers, one day we can thank Obama. Did it for the greater good, so honest, they called him while he ordered the slaughter. Meanwhile on the Gaza Strip, there's no justice from a world gone sick. It doesn't make sense why the West jumps in every other time, but never this conflict. Until you start to understand there's a plan, administered from the top down to the man. Put a gun in the hands of a man, send him off to the war that your families plan. Laughing out when they sneak to the bank, who you elect is not who you think. More war is what to expect when the president's groomed by the CIA. It's like a page from the maze of history, down through the ages the game's a mystery. Corruption flourishes eventually and always ends in pain or misery. It's evident whether you believe it or not, and I believe you would see it if you open your mind. You might find in time that you've been blinded by the same side that you thought you resided. Lie then to yourself and your friends, never take a look at available facts, never question the law or the Fed, just follow your leaders right till the end. Like Wall Street, all the way to the war fleet in the Mediterranean, rocking a call seat, getting ordered by a source up in corporate, fueled by bullshit, lies and contortion. Just precaution, drop those bombs on densely populated properties, and when you get home you'll receive that medal from the man in Washington. It's a fact, it's a terrorist act, kill innocent people in a missile attack, and yet we sit back and allow it to pass like it ain't no thing, just let us blast. Oh no, movement in the zone, get them on the phone, tell them send another drone. Hit them with the big guns right through their homes and never ask why, soldier, just go. Al-Qaeda was financed and funded by the West for years in private, armed to the teeth for government hire, trained to rebel right down to the wire, feeding the fire, project for the new American empire. False flags are emitted in the forecast, this is what we get, putting power in the wrong hands. A country led by its military industrial complex, plunder then on to the next, more child deaths, not a word from the press. Back home freedom's even less, with more unlawful secret arrests. And they want that war with Syria, but we just finished bombing Libya. What the fuck is the matter with our governments, are you fucking Syria? By the time this track goes viral, it could be too late on a downward spiral, facing off those nuclear silos, new world order for the survivors. Looking back at the Gulf of Tonkin, all the way to the Pearl Harbor bombings, one thing that they shared in common, they were meant to happen, to unite the Congress. Backdoor to ignite the process, enter the war with new weapons projects, funded by the richest posse, both America and the Nazis. In the hands of the private sector, power beyond your record. They're attempting to achieve globalism this very second, covering up that real agenda for mass construction of FEMA centers. But they won't get my surrender, fuck that shit, I'm a 1%er. I'd die for my rights and freedoms. If I get sniped, well this was the reason. Any leader perverting your constitution should be held for treason. The TC and the CFR want one thing, war with Iran at a minimal, disguised like it's all just political, as if it has nothing to do with Israel. Stacking nukes till they're up to the roof, giving experimental drugs to the troops, fabricating the truth and it's used as proof to make us jump through hoops. Business is booming as long as those bombs keep dropping, that's why there's so much conspiracy surrounding Bin Laden. The Bilderbergers and Saudis, the Bushes, Clintons and private military advisors all working together in silence. It's genocide, that's been the plan all along. Keep the public in the dark, walking around in a fog, keep them ignorant to the laws so they won't wake up or notice the flaws, and they won't protest or rise for cause cause they won't have the time or the means of the balls. Fuck that, 9/11 was an inside job and the bank bailout was just you getting robbed, both committed by the inside crowd, endowed through England's royal crown. In the eyes of the Pentagon, it don't matter who they fucking pin it on, cause they always gonna have a new story drawn up for the masses every morn. No peace for all of the families torn, no count of all of the victims scorned. Remember, you promised to defend the people from tyranny when your oath was sworn. Foreign and domestic, cause the White House is a fucking cesspit, full of greed and corruption, not to mention all of their lies and deception. It's not just a war against Islam, it's a war against free humanity. It's a war against all who stand free to oppose their evil insanity. They come with a riot gear and a pulse wave cannon, better cover those ears. Better run for the hills, my dear, surprise, your federal government's here. And they're knocking heads, tear gassing everybody, even peaceful protest, cause they're not gonna take that chance on the people rising up again. No way, one day when my children say, how did our parents even let it get this way? Not me, I won't be the same. I'm not a sheep in the herd, I'm a predator bird. A real patriot doesn't stand for war and hatred, they stand for freedom and liberty and pride in that of their nation. Not just for the corporate giants filling your mind with pseudoscience, profiting from all of the violence. Their biggest fear is the people's defiance. Land of the free, home of the brave. How the fuck do you think it got that way? The greatest country on earth, they say, but it's up to the people to keep it that way. Those who give up freedom for security end up with neither and wind up with tyranny. Then when you want it, you cannot get rid of the government labeling you as the enemy. Bombs drop on innocent lives and rights drop like they were designed to suppress and limit our civil uprise. It's nothing more than their war for empire.